Welcome to Nalla Narasimha Reddy Education Society's group of institutions, Integrated Campus, Hyderabad. Estimation, Quantity, Surveying and Valuation. I am Dr. A. Mahesh Babu, Professor, Department of Civil Engineering. In detail estimation, what are the requirements we studied in previous videos, and we'll continue some more important points. See what we need in detailed estimation: plan, sections, elevations, clear dimensions to estimate in detail. In detailed estimation, what are the requirements? As last videos I explained, you need width, depth of each structural element and length. We have to calculate according to that. See here, individually we have to calculate, that is item, element, RCC element. Suppose excavation is one item. After excavation, BCC bed, then first footing, then second footing, then third footing up to ground level and up to plinth level, then your DPC, dam proof course, then brickwork. Likewise, these are 5 important items. In the examination, you are asked, they have given plan and section. You are asked to find, sometimes you have to ask to assume suitable dimensions and estimate by any method. So what required? You require LBH, length, breadth, width, for each one. Okay. Next we will see here. So this is some type of structures we have to calculate. First footings, excavation footings, columns, then beams, then brickwork, plastering, like that. This is one of the example. Then the rates of various items will consider from local rates for private buildings. But for government bidding or tender, we have to consider rates from schedule of rates, SOR, standard rates. These are prepared by government organization. In the state, we have this roads and department, R&B department, Panchayat Raj department, irrigation department. So these rates will be considered from SSR and SORs of government organization. And also, after calculating abstract estimate, will calculate total cost of the structure. After that, we have to make some provisions different in order to make provision for unforeseen expenditure. You may have unforeseen, some for inspection team will come. You have to provide, you have to honor them, you have to provide lunch or something. You have to provide unforeseen and transportation charges, unforeseen expenditures in the site, and you can say miscellaneous petty items for which no provision is made in the estimation. We don't have any provisionation like item wise. So for that one, what we are going to do here, we have to add, say, contingency charges. 3 to 5% of the estimated cost is added to the total cost of the building. The grand total of the all above cost is known as the total estimate cost of the proposed work. In this also, we have to add contractor craft also if it is in tender. Okay, so this is an important point. What are the percentage of contingency charges? Why? Because this question you will observe in bit questions. Contingency charges added 3 to 5%. 3 to 5%. From 3 to 5% we have to add. This is one of the important point. Okay. And additional 1 to 2% is also provided the work charge establishment. That is for salaries to be paid to the chowkidar, security, technical assistance, supervision, etc. See, for any project, we need security, chowkidars, and we need technical assistance. And also government will appoint to observe, supervise the structure, civil engineers. Generally for big projects, government will appoint on ad hoc basis civil engineers to look after the work. This will be paid by the contractor only. So that's why 1 to 2% is added. This is also again one important short bit question here. What is the additional amount added for the work charge establishment? 1 to 2%. These are for chowkidars, security, technical assistants, supervisors for to look after the work. So this is the one of the important point here. You have to remember an additional 1 to 2%. After approval of the government, that is administrative approval, we need detailed estimation prepared, and we will forward this detailed estimation to the concerned technical section. Again, for approval, we have to forward to concerned component authority of government authorities. So in this way, we have to do this. The actual execution of the work commences only after obtaining technical sanction from the component authority, that is government. See, when we are going to start, after approval of technical sanction and after allocation of the funds for the budget that year. See, suppose Kaleshwaram project, now they allotted, say, for example, 25,000 crores. So for this year, that is for allocation, because they submitted detailed estimations to the government, and government sanctioned the budget this year for the, and has given technical sanction and allotted budget. Then you can start the work. The detailed estimation is accompanied by the following documents: a comprehensive report of the proposed work, a detailed report is prepared, general specification of the work, detailed specification of the work. First one is comprehensive report, then general specifications. You know what are the general specification. Then detailed specification of the various items of the works, detailed working drawing consisting plan, elevations, sections, details of foundations with site layout plan. So these are very important points when we are going to start the project. Calculation and design component parts of the work. Analysis of rates for items of work not included in the schedule of rates. Suppose any rate is not included, that also we have to clearly mention in the in this specification. Detailed estimation is generally prepared in the following steps. First one is you have plans, that in that you have to take out dimensions of the various items of the works. First we need plan, section, elevation. So you have to take out dimensions from the various works from the drawing and are multiplied. For example, a column is there. You need length, width, breadth, LPH, and you will have measurement form, measurement sheet form. That is, you will have a form and you have to fill up those form by seeing your drawing. In detail estimation, there are two steps. One is you have to take dimensions relative from the relative drawings. Then abstracting. After calculation, after forming a table, you will calculate abstract estimate. The abstracting total item wise, the quantities of the various items work calculated and as above or multiplied by the rates of those items and obtained either from schedule of rates or worked out by the rate analysis are entered in the abstract sheet form. One is measure sheet. Next one is abstract sheet form. I will show what are those forms in coming slide. If rate and amount columns in the abstract sheets form are left blank, then those will by contractor that will come in contract. So basically there are two sheets we need, that is measurement sheet form and abstract sheet form. I will explain in detail in next videos. Thank you.